Let's talk about how to reconnect with pleasure when you're experiencing pain. Sometimes pain is actually the path in toward pleasure. In other words, when we're feeling pain, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual pain, it's all actually interconnected. When there's this grief or injury, often it's by feeling into it that we open the doorway to feel pleasure. So, in many ways, I view pain and pleasure as neurologically connected, in that if we don't love something, it's impossible to grieve it. So, grief happens like in relationship to how much we love. The level of grief we experience is intimately related to the amount of love we experience. So, there's a few ways of untangling pain and pleasure. The hardcore way, we'll start with the hardcore way, would be to move directly in toward the pain with loving attention. So I might be feeling tremendous throbbing and pulsing pain somewhere in my body, and I take my attention directly square into the center of the pain, and I breathe there, and I offer myself as much loving attention and kindness and patience as I possibly can. And what that will do is it gives the brain a very radical and direct signal that this is safe. This pain is uncomfortable and I'm not enjoying it, but this pain is not life-threatening. So what we do in that process of giving that direct attention into the throbbing pain is we disengage the trauma pattern to fight, flight, freeze, or fawn away from the signal. So when we're in trauma, we don't want to feel it. So we medicate, we numb, we eat, we call a friend, we call a doctor, we book an appointment, we go, no, 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 no. So we're actually telling the body, no, I don't like this. Don't feel it. Disconnect, disconnect, right? Get rid of it, get rid of it. The hardcore version is to do the direct opposite of that. Turn your gaze inward with as much loving attention as you can and to actually neutralize the signal and just say it's safe. Body, it's safe. And it is quite miraculous what can happen when you experience that. Um, so I could talk more about that, but that's essentially the nuts and bolts of it. You feel the pain fully and you feel it with this level of yes and welcome. Welcome. It's throbbing pain and it hurts and welcome. I'm here to feel you. I'm with you. It's okay that you feel this way. It's just a self-talk that we're really, really present with ourselves as deeply as we can be because we're building a relationship with the signal. And it's the relationship that you generate between yourself and your signal that is your volume control. It turns the signal up into a trauma stress response, or it dials it down into a neutral, no big deal, everything's okay response where we get some more loving oxytocin and dopamine. What can happen as we get into that connection is the pain, the throbbing pain, can actually transition into throbbing pleasure. Sounds crazy, right? I have experienced this many, many, many times where there's something that has startled me. It's been painful, it's been a sudden onset. I direct my loving attention into the body, and it instantly flips around into a signal of care and love and pleasure. Okay, so that is like flicking. We're transmuting the pain into pleasure. There's still the big throbbing signal, but there's no longer any fear or pain associated with it. Another one of the tricks is to bring the whole body along. So let's say I have a shoulder injury or a sacral pain. Instead of just focusing on the sacrum or the shoulder, which is localized, I actually body scan the whole body and I let the pain signal move through my fingers and toes and arms and legs, and I'm allowing my body awareness to move the signal to not get stuck. So really, if we pay attention to the pain, we get more pain. If we pay attention to what else is out there and we allow the signal welcome and we feel it, but we move it, you actually may notice that you get some relief and some pleasure in that process. The last one is acknowledging the pain is there, but just feeling like I don't feel like I'm brave enough to give my full loving attention to that signal. So you can acknowledge it's there, and then you can shift your attention to another part of your body, such as your fingertips or your cheeks, and you can seek out pleasure signals from a different part of your body. So this is a little bit of a distraction technique, but it's still powerful and useful. So yes, hands have a lot of neural nerve endings, and so you can get a lot of beautiful pleasure signals through the hands. You could get massage oils and massage your favorite oils into your body. But the reality is this distraction will only get you so far. There may come a point where you actually have to really deeply meet the pain and transmute the pain by feeling into it. Um, but yes, wiggling the toes. I love to walk and swing my hips, play my favorite music, dance to music. That's another way of bringing pleasure into pain, is you might have a painful back or a painful gut, and you actually just need to move and dance. So put on some music, music that you love, music that connects to you, and let your body move. Let your body move that pain signal to bring blood flow and health and body awareness without being really stagnant and stuck in the pain. So sometimes pain is a sign of stuck, traumatic injury or energy vitality, and we actually need movement to help move that stuck feeling. Music and dance can be a very, very nourishing way to bring more pleasure in. So my hot tips there would be find music that works for you and learn how to move your body in a free and pleasurable way for yourself. You're not entertaining anyone. You're not needing, doesn't matter how you look. In fact, it's better that you don't even pay any attention to how you look and literally just feel yourself and feel how you're moving and look for those ways that you can release more pleasure through the body. So if you've got grinding shoulders, maybe just gently rotate them. You bring your breath along, body scan the whole body. You'll get better at seeking pleasure through your eight senses the more you practice body scanning. All of these skills are really, really valuable for life. They help our sexuality and sensuality as well because we're gaining much more subtle body awareness. And learning to be able to be present with both pleasure and pain is part of building our window of tolerance, widening our bandwidth, increasing our resilience, increasing our capacity. So it's never about avoiding pain or even chasing pleasure. It's about having bandwidth for both in equal and opposite amounts. So I hope that's been useful. To learn more, visit seekingbalance.com.au. I've got the Rocksteady community and the Sensing Ground community. We talk a lot about transmuting pain into pleasure in my Sensing Ground community. We talk about living with the eight senses and the body as our compass. Rocksteady is where we talk about chronic symptoms, specifically vertigo, tinnitus, and anxiety-related symptoms, and how we can overcome those and build our desired sensations so we can actually feel again. So check it out, seekingbalance.com.au. Bye for now.